Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to virtually sculpt using a free website. A few years back my dad showed me this. It's called SculptGL and it's really easy to use. One of the cool things is that you can actually download the models that you've made. You can export them as any of these, an OBJ file, STL in particular. Those are both very good for 3D printing. So if you are a 3D printing person, if you like 3D printing, or maybe you're an artist, I think this is a good video for you. If you're an artist and you're excited about exploring new mediums, I think this is a crazy cool way to do that. And you can learn through doing. And that's really cool. But if you're a 3D printer, you're not so artistic, here's your opportunity to make something new that you normally wouldn't have been able to. Or maybe you haven't made any models, you've just downloaded stuff from the internet and printed that other people have made. This is a great chance for you to make your own. So I'm going to go over just a few of the important things to know when using this. There's a lot of options. I'll show you guys right here. We have rendering, topology, and sculpting and painting. I'm going to go over the top few. I just made a video and it was 18 minutes long. That's way too long. I'm going to make this shorter. I'm going to show you guys only what you need to know. So first off, we have rendering. What you're going to want to do here is leave it on matte cap. You don't need to change it. What you want to turn on is flat shading. This is important because as you stretch out the virtual clay, it becomes, I guess, an issue like that. Where if you were to try to work with the clay on top, it doesn't work because you've stretched out what are called polygons. The polygons are what makes up the mesh. A wireframe shows you exactly where the polygons are. And to address this issue, you want to go down to topology. You can subdivide, remesh. We're not going to mess with those. We're going to jump right down to activate quads. Once you've activated quads, you have this subdivision option. Subdivision is incredibly helpful because this time, let's say you stretch something out, it's actually not deforming the model. It's not pulling the original polygons all the way out here, it's creating new ones. So you can continue to build on your model without fearing it being kind of destroyed through the stretching process. So that's really helpful when working with details. Or let's say you make a bird, you stretch out the wings. Once you get this, you can't work with it. You can't do a whole lot unless you have the subdivision turned on. You can adjust that scale to be a high subdivision, which would take up a lot of energy from your computer, but keeping it lower will be easier on your computer. You'll be creating fewer polygons. You don't want it so low that you're still losing the quality. You want it just right, and you can work with that. It actually doesn't matter a whole lot, somewhere in the middle there. Decimation does the opposite, don't need to worry about that. Down to sculpting, the few brushes that I like to use are brush. Of course, it adds material. After this, we have, I like smooth. It can take down those rough edges. Really easy to use. The next one is flatten. So it does kind of the opposite of brush. You can almost mimic this by clicking the negative one on brush or going right to the flatten and leaving it the way it is. That's really cool. Those are the main ones I use. I also use crease. This can be really good for getting in the details. If you want to make like an eyeball, you can do that. If you want to add wrinkles, maybe hair texture, you can do all that too. After that, we have drag. You can move whole chunks of your model, which is very similar to move. You can do that here too. And those are some basic ones. Masking is really cool. You can mask off areas you don't want to sculpt and then go back through with your brush and sculpt the areas that are not highlighted. So you guys can figure out whatever you want to do with that. I find it helpful for teeth. So with those brushes, I'd like you guys to explore those, check them out. There's a few options there. Don't forget that you can do negative, so you can always do the opposite of what the tool you just used. Accumulate per stroke, you don't really need to worry about that. Finally, the last thing I want to mention is symmetry. As you're working on a model, you're most likely want to keep both sides even. Leave that clicked on. If you want to work with more complex models, let's say a walking person or animal, turn that symmetry off so you can work with each individual leg on one side and the other leg on the other side. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you'd like a more in-depth video, let me know in the comments below. If you liked it, please leave a like. Also, I just hit something. Also, subscribing helps incredibly. For a small channel like me, I like to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. If you guys help me towards that goal, you're helping way more than you would subscribing to a much larger YouTuber. So thanks a ton for that if you decide to do that. Please check out my other videos. I got some other cool stuff, variety of different things. And yeah, one final challenge for you. If you would like this video and you're interested in using SculptGL, I challenge you to make something really, really cool. Let me know in the comments what you've made. Make sure after you've done, you've exported your file as either an OBJ or STL. Okay, that way you can keep it on your computer. You can also take pictures of it. But I challenge you guys to make a model that's really, really cool, send it to me, and if it's actually cool enough and 3D printable, like it's actually able to be 3D printed, then I might give it a shot in 3D printing it and making a video out of it. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.